Hi everyone and welcome to this review. Today I'm going to be taking a look at the Fansproject Causality Crossfire side story CA11 Downforce. This guy is the third out of 4 Stunticons that we have so far, but as I said in my last Transformers review, which was Last Chance, I have already done the 4th. So if you want to take a look at him, and that is this guy, which I've already done, then go ahead and click on the link in the top left of the screen. And if you want to stick around and subscribe to my channel and check out for when Motormaster comes out, who is revealed to be called Diesel, go ahead and click on subscribe up there and you'll be notified when I bring that to you. I'll get that on pre-order as soon as that comes up, so I just can't wait for that guy. But first of all, let's take a look at Downforce. Now, he's actually Dragstrip from G1, from the Stunticons, and as you can see on the box here, he's this yellow, cocky looking dude. Very nice artwork all over. I do quite like Fansproject boxes in the way that they sort of replicate a nice Generation 1-esque box. Warnings and what have you. So let's take a look at what's inside this. You get inside a clear plastic sleeve the collector card and instructions. So I'll focus in on the card first. I'm not quite sure, but the cards do seem a little bit more flimsy than the original ones that we got. But yeah, I mean they're not as credit card like as other cards have been. So there's that, if you want to take a look at that. I do like the bios from these guys as well. And I like how they sort of all interlink a little bit. So here's the instructions real quick. Very nice, in colour. Clear step-by-steps. Very nice. And then you have obviously the vehicle to robot mode too. So nice, clear and concise instructions. So now we're going to take a look at Downforce himself, which is Dragstrip. And this car is pretty damn incredible, I must say. He's one of my favourite vehicle forms that I've ever seen. I think that it's just really well executed. The way that all of these Stunticons transform is very simple, but they have obviously very good tolerances. So you get obviously lines appearing, and I could sit here for another few minutes and really push those together tightly and everything, but there's not too much point because it's there. That's fine for me. But obviously with Hasbro Transformers and everything, you do get a bit more of a cleaner transformation normally once they are put together. But the vehicle modes for these guys, I think that the way that they're actually designed overcomes any gaps or anything that you might have, or any tolerance issues that you might have during transformation. So as you can see, it really is a very, very nice looking vehicle mode. I really like how the leg pieces inside there fold up and pretty much show up as sort of like a exhaust system. Nice cockpit, how the feet turn into like the sort of headrests. Like if you're into anything like F1 or anything, then you know what I mean by the headrest, like that rubber bit that they put around the neck sort of thing. And so before we get onto transformation, first of all, the weapons are on the underside of the car. So very, very well concealed under here. I think he does a better job than the others. As you can see, they really don't tab in really, really toughly, so they're quite easy to get off. And then you take the two pieces, plug them together, and you have his nice little pistol here. Very nice. And then moving on to transformation itself, first of all I'm going to start with the arms. So what we're going to do is just pull the front of the car apart essentially. So you've got these flaps that come off here, these that come off there, and then you have these that peg together right at the front. So you have these separate pieces. Then you can just bring them out to the side like so, and they're just tabbed into a little notch on there. As you can see, that little bit just tabs in there. Once you've done that, you're then able to pull this forward a little bit, which brings up his head, and then that enables you to unpeg these from the sides and bring the legs up, because the feet, they're on ball joints and they're sort of like, you have to really wiggle them in there. So to get them out it's not a pain. It's just, you've got to be a little careful of them. I mean, you don't want to just pull them out and pull them off the ball joints. There's no problem, you can just put them back on easy enough, but there you go. I just like to be careful with third party stuff. You spend a lot of money on it, you don't want to break it. So now you can pull the legs apart, just flip the feet forward just to get them out of the way. So now with the back of the legs, what we want to do is, on this hinge, it's a bit reminiscent of the way that iGear transformed the ratchet, in how when you fold down the waist piece you have to sort of pry it in. It's a bit like that, but Fansproject have sort of got that perfect. Basically, they've helped you out a little bit. So as you can see, you've got this circle bit here and you've got a little tab in here. They've got to go together. Now in bringing this down, the hinge is sort of double hinged, as you can see. So you've got that hinge there and that hinge there. So we're going to just fold the wheel down out of the way, and you're going to bring it in like so, push, and then swing it back out like that so that you hook it into that hole. So I'm going to focus in here so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to bring it in, push it down, and then fold it out, and then it is. And then when you come to take it out, fold it, don't just try and pull it out, pull it down, out of the hole, and then out. So it's down, you can pull on this as well, out of the hole, and then out. And it's so much easier, because if you do it like that, it won't go in. You have to sort of wiggle it in there by doing that technique, and it'll go in perfectly fine and won't break. So focusing back out over here, then you want to just move that flap up, and you have a leg completed. So I'm just going to do that with the other leg, and then it's to move on to the arms. Okay, so arms now, what we're going to want to do is just move these out the way like this, so that we can bring this windshield down. So it rotates, and it doesn't lock into anything. You just got to judge sort of when it's flat-ish, and then there you go. That's that done. Okay, so now that you've done that, we're going to rotate these round so that you've got them in that direction, so the shoulder's in the right way. This piece has to rotate and go up. So we're going to bring the arm down and bring the hand out first, like so. And then we're going to bring this in and around on the ball joint so that you get it covering the shoulder like so. And then this, you want to rotate it so that it sticks up like that. Sometimes it can be a little fiddly, especially when turning it back into vehicle mode. I don't find it as simple. I forget which ways to rotate and everything. Like if you rotate that the other way, it'll pop off the ball joint. But it's simple once you've got used to it a little bit. So to show you that again, you bring that down, rotate it around, push this back, turn that around, and just push it over the shoulder there. There's nothing to tab in or anything, it just sits there. But that's good, because when it comes to articulation, they just move out the way. So then you can fold out the arm, fold out the hand, and then turn this around. See, if you turn it backwards, it'll pop off the ball joint. You have to rotate it forwards, bring it up, and then it's fine. So then we have him completed in his robot mode. And I'm just going to give him his pistol there. So he looks really, really good. I'm not going to say that he's my favourite in robot mode. I really do like his bio, and I really like his vehicle mode. So if you read the bio on the card when I showed it, you'll know what I mean by that. Very, very nice. Colour-wise, as I said, he really pops against the other Stunticons. but I don't know. Personally, I just don't like him as much. Simple as, really. So I'm going to bring in Car Crash here as a size comparison, and this is one of the reasons why I don't like him as much in robot mode, because he is smaller than him. Now, bio-wise and everything, he's meant to be the fastest. He's meant to be the most agile. You know, he's cocky about his speed, so that fits his bio. But yeah, for me, I just don't like the design as much in this mode. He's very clean, no kibble or anything. Very nice. Close-up detail. The face, I really do like that head. It is a really good Generation 1-esque head. Nice blue that matches the lights. Red eyes. It's pretty cool. He's got good silver detail on him too. I like the transformation. They've kept it simple yet interesting, and it does engage you. You know, with the tolerances of third-party products. I really do like transformations. You know, they're very tight, very precise. So even though they may be simple, they're effective, and you get products that come out like this. So articulation wise then, the head is on a pretty decent ball joint. Mine's a little bit stiffer than others, but it's okay. Shoulder, it has that pivot up and down because of transformation, and it's on a ball joint, so 360 degrees, and it can come all the way up, so very nice. Arms, you've got a double jointed bicep, they can swivel. That sort of gets in the way if you want to bring it too far forwards, but it's nothing too major. Hands, they're on a ball joint, so they can rotate. They can also swivel in and out. You have waist articulation, which doesn't get hindered by that, which is very good. Hips on a ball joint, so you get full range of motion there. You have a thigh swivel. You have knee articulation, which only goes back that much. A bit of a shame just because of that, but it's fine. You know, they're there for a reason. They're filling up the knee, so I don't mind that too much. I'd rather have a little bit less articulation than a massive gaping hole in the leg. And then the feet are on little ball joints too, so they can swivel. You know, they can do anything you want them to do. They're really pretty cool feet. Only problem is, personally, I think he needs more of a heel spur, because you saw me when I was first putting him down. Sort of, you know, he sort of rocks around a little bit. It's not a problem making him stand. It's just if you want him in certain really nice poses, you got to spend a little bit more time doing it, just because his feet are so small. I mean, I know you got all this area, but for me personally, I don't feel that it actually helps hold him up too much. So overall, I think this figure is a very good figure. Both vehicle and robot mode is very well executed. Transformation's simple but interesting. Price is good for third-party product. He really makes the others pop colour-wise, so he's a great addition to the team, but also I'd recommend him on his own if you really did want him on his own. One thing that I sort of don't like is just the fact that he has 4 wheels instead of 6, because Dragstrip from G1 was iconic as having the 6 wheels. But I see these guys as sort of like a generation sort of menacer, because that's what they feel like to me. They are very accurate to G1, but they're also modern versions. So, you know, and the fact that this is depicted on a modern car, I think it's perfectly fine that he does have the 4 wheels and not the 6. But that's it for this review. If you want to check out T-Bone and Car Crash, then go ahead and click on the link that's going to appear now for those guys. And if you want to see this guy, the link was up there previously, and you can just go ahead and click on subscribe up there and check him out on my channel if you can't find him now. But there are all of the Stunticons. We're just waiting on Diesel now, which is Motormaster. So subscribe, and I'll show you that as soon as I get it. So thanks for watching, guys. Please give me a comment, you know, give me some feedback. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. You can leave a comment or you can personal message me, and I will see you next time.